What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning episode of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. We are back. This is the second time I'm taping a podcast in as many days, but this is for Sunday, taping it on Saturday night. I want to say thank you to all of you guys who wrote really nice DMs and messages and just the well wishes. I'm doing better. I'm feeling better today. The back still really hurts, so I'm going to try to get this podcast in here tonight a little early and then hopefully get back onto a normal schedule for us here for the Daily Juice. But kind of a bummer day yesterday. I should never have bet the Team USA game. That was my bad on that. I threw that in there late. Would have been a 1-2 day. We would have been down about 1 unit, and that would have put us down about like 1 unit for the week. But we're on being down about 2.5 units or so now here by my count for the week. So we need to go 3-0 today to have a winning week, which is possible. I got 4 bets technically, so up 3 units today to have a winning week. So we're in range. We can't have a losing Sunday. If we have a losing Sunday, then it's just going to be kind of a bummer, but kind of a back and forth. The last couple of days, the Ravens kick at the last second, we lose. The Saints give up a touchdown late. They kick a field goal. They win by 2. We laid 3. Just how it's going to go, right? These are just difficult games. The under comes in after me railroading on the under the whole time. The under comes through, although a couple of those overs that I bet did win yesterday. So the Chief game, the Raiders game, all kind of came in. Well, the Chief game, I don't know if that Chief game came over. I got to check that. But the Raiders game definitely did, came over. So just careful with totals, and I'm still going to stay away from totals here today. I know it's a little more tricky when you're betting on fourth stringers. It's easier just to bet the under on some of these games. So I don't mind you betting unders or overs on totals, but I'm going to just take a look at starting quarterbacks, strategy, and really the record for coaches in the preseason, and kind of jump in here and see what's been happening with all this. But Team USA is playing early here today. It's a 9:30 Eastern time start for Team USA against France. We're going to start right there, and we're going to go to two player props here for us for this game. Now, look, Team USA, I think they're going to be in for a battle here, okay? I think France is much like yesterday. France is going to have the home crowd, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. We faded Team USA in the semifinals, and it burned us. I do lean towards France plus 16 points here in this game, but I'm not going to bet it, at least not officially as of yet. Instead, I'm going to go to the player prop market, and I'm going to go back to Jackie Young because I think Jackie Young could have a really big game here. I think Jackie Young is going to be on the floor a lot. I think you're going to need the best players for Team USA. That means Breanna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. I think you're going to see a lot of the Vegas Aces on the court here for Team USA. I don't think we'll deal with rotation. I think we're going for the gold here. I think the best players are going to play. The best players with the ball in their basket or ball in their hands, put the ball in the basket. And I think over 11.5 for Jackie Young at minus 115. I think this is going to be a really good game for Jackie Young to be a part of. I think the speed that she brings to the court, I think her shooting ability, her ability to hit threes, I think it's going to be a big part of the game for Team USA. Look, France has got some bigs. France has got some size. France has some players that, they're going to be able to defend Team USA a little bit easier than other teams. And I think there's just going to be a game here that Jackie Young, it fits perfectly into Jackie Young's style. I'm going to go over 11.5 points for Jackie Young. And then for the second bet, I'm going to take a shot here. We're going to go back to a prop that we bet earlier in the tournament, and that's Chelsea Gray, as they call her, the point god. FanDuel has her with 6 or more assists at even money, and I think there's a shot. She had 5 in the last game up against Australia, and I think, again, this is a competitive basketball game. I think you're going to play your best players a little bit more, and I think Chelsea Gray gets to play a little more here than what she normally was in the earlier parts of the tournament, where it was sort of an easier game for Team USA, and so there was more of a rotation going on for players to come in. I think you can take over on Breanna Stewart points. I think you can take over on Asia Wilson points and rebounds. I just think the best players, I'm looking at those 4 players for Team USA to have big games. Asia Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray. Half a unit bet on each one of these to win a half a unit. Jackie Young is minus 120 on Jackie Young, over 11.5 points. to win a half a unit, and even money at FanDuel for Chelsea Gray, 6 or more assists for her. If you get to 6, we push. So 6 or more assists at even money for Chelsea Gray here for Team USA in the final against France. Again, I do think France will cover the 16 points, but I don't like it enough to bet it. I think it's going to be a game I want to watch a little bit and see what type of number I can get in game on Team USA. I do think Team USA is going to win the game, but we'll do 2 player props. Jackie Young over 11.5 points. Chelsea Gray, 6 or more assists here for Team USA. Second bet, first bet in football. Let's talk about the Broncos and the Colts. This is going to be fun here because there's only 2 games going. It's sort of like a Thursday night type of thing where we only have 2 games on the docket. Denver, the Broncos and the Colts, that kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, Dallas and the Rams will get going. So let's talk Denver and Indianapolis first. Denver has Bo Nix, Jared Stidham, Zach Wilson. The handicap really isn't that in depth, to be quite honest. I don't think we have to go too heavy here. Bo Nix, Jared Stidham, Zach Wilson. Bo Nix is a rookie. Total enigma. Jared Stidham, seen him with the Raiders and the Patriots. Not impressed. Zach Wilson is Zach bleeping Wilson. Okay? It's Zach Wilson. Those 3 guys can play here. The Colts are going to play a lot of Joe Flacco. I like Joe Flacco way more than the other 2. Having to get used to this new offense, having to get used to the wide receivers. Sam Ehlinger is not horrible as a third-string quarterback. That's not awful. I mean, he's a guy he started games. He's a decent guy who can run the football from Texas. He can run the ball. I'm just going off quarterback play here. I just think the Colts have 3 good quarterbacks. I think the Colts have 3 really questionable quarterbacks. Bo Nix going 12th in the draft stunned me. Michael Penix going top 10 in the draft stunned me. I wasn't stunned that Caleb Williams, who played great for the Bears yesterday, I don't think that stunned me. I'm going to lay the 1.5 points with the Colts here. Colts minus 1.5 at home up against Denver Broncos. I'll take the Colts to win the game here with the better quarterback play for 1.1 units. And finally, we go to the Cowboys and the Rams. Look, sometimes you just know how coaches take the preseason. And Sean McVay has a team that's got injuries all over the place. And he has a losing record in the preseason. He just doesn't care about preseason football. So you've got Cooper Rush playing for the Cowboys. You have Trey Lance playing for the Cowboys. You got a backup quarterback situation going on. You got some rookie battles going on here, and the Rams just aren't healthy. They got some issues. Stetson Bennett is going to play the majority of this game. While I don't mind Stetson Bennett, I don't love him. There's a couple other guys that I'm not really in love with from a backup perspective. Dresser Wynn is going to come in and play backup for the Rams. And I know it's McVay, this offensive guy, but he's going to rest the majority of his offensive line by all reports. So new quarterback or inexperienced quarterback going up against, with an inexperienced offensive line against a Cowboys front that normally is pretty ferocious and difficult to deal with. I think the Cowboys get after whoever's playing quarterback for the Rams. I don't think Sean McVay cares about this game at all. I think he wants to get his team healthy. I think winning this game means very, very little to Sean McVay. It's why the number has gone up from 3 to 4. I don't like laying over a field goal in games, but it basically means the Cowboys go on the road where they'll have a lot of fans, and the Cowboys will go in there and get a big W here on the road in game 1 of the preseason. I'll lay the 4 points with the Cowboys. Again, better quarterback play. Again, I'm looking at Steam, saying where's the money coming in on? Where are we doing it? Ironically, the money number really hasn't moved much for the Colts. It opened at 1.5. It's still 1.5 for the Colts at home against Denver. Rams were 3-point dogs. Now they're 4-point dogs here in this game. So we moved off of 3, but it's easier to do that moving off of 3. Cowboys, I don't love Mike McCarthy, but he tends to play to win a bit more than Sean McVay does in the preseason. And we know that Sean McVay needs to win desperately this year. He's got a big, big target on his back. If he doesn't win, he'll be out. Mike McCarthy won't be around very long. So I'll lay the 4 points. Cowboys -4 for 1.1 units. Okay. So two props in Team USA. Jackie Young over 11.5 points. Chelsea Gray 6 or more assists, even money. Bet those to win a half a unit. Colts minus 1.5 for 1.1 units, and the Cowboys minus 4 here in the NFL. Let's see what happens for Dallas, laying 4 on the road. Yes, it's chalky. Yes, we're doing overs and favorites. Not always the best way to go about it, but here for a Sunday, why not? Let's hopefully close out the week strong. If we get all 4 bets right, we will end up with a winning week. Let's see what we do. Appreciate, again, all the well wishes, all you guys being here. I read all the notes, got all the DMs, got all the messages, got all the comments. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. That was a scary, scary day yesterday, but we're back on schedule. Hopefully continue to roll here. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, even when I'm banged up. And it happens the next day, like this morning. It's the Daily Juice being brought to you by BettingPros.com.